Hey friends, so we've made it to day 8 of 30 bags in 30 days, and I've decided, somehow I've hurt my hand, and look at this big knot. You see that? It just popped up a minute ago and it's hurting so bad. I don't know if I busted a blood vessel or what. But anyway, I'm going to go through, oh, this is so heavy, this huge tote here of coat items. Most of it is like medicines and things. So I'm not really sure there's going to be much in here, if anything, that I can let go of. But I'm going to go through it, organize it, and see if I can find anything in here to let go. Because I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. Like, I'm running out of little areas and nooks that I've not already been through. And I know, you know, most places I already know there's nothing there that I can let go of. But I haven't been in this one in a little while, other than just to grab my selenium and give it to my goats. We'll go through this and we will see what we got and see if there's anything in here that can go. So let's get to it. First thing we have is our lead strop rope from the other day. And so this is just going to stay because we never know when we're going to need an extra piece of rope. So that will stay for sure. Let me back this up a little bit so that I can have room to sit it down. And I have my bag for trash, if there is any trash. Look at my bag for trash, people. Let me get a different bag. Okay, I have another one with no holes in the bottom. I have some alcohol wipes or sanitizing wipes or whatever that I can wipe stuff off with if I need to, if it's dusty or dirty or whatever. And I have some gloves and such. I automatically found something I can let go of. I have an entire bag of washcloths and stuff that I used when my goats were in milk. I have none that are pregnant that I know of. And none are in milk. And I'm just going to let these go. So this can go. There's probably like at least 6, 7, 8 rags in here. So those can go. If I need more rags, I can buy more rags. Just a box of gloves that can stay. These are just like my vet supplies from when I have to get vaccines. Okay, I'm going to wipe this off. Because it's a little dusty, and who knows what it's got on it, because when you pack stuff out to the barn, you're likely to drop it or roll it around or whatever. This is Probios, and it helps to keep the rumen in check when they start, if they have to switch feeds, or if they get upset, or if anything gets them stressed out, give them some Probios. So that stays. This thing right here is to put pills in, but it's a balling gun. But this one is not a very good one at all. But I will keep it because it's the only one I've got. So I'll hang on to it. It's just not the best one. I need to get me a different one. Molasses to put in their water. Selenium, I'll keep that. Vitamin B complex, I'll keep that. Red cell, I'll keep that. Oh my goodness, this is a mess. This is iodine, gentle iodine, and when you have a baby, umbilical cord has to be sprayed. Sometimes I spray their feet. So, or if you have one that has a wound or whatever, you can spray it. But anyhow, I'll be keeping that, even though it looks a mess in there. I'm not dealing with that right now. That's not the goal. The goal is to declutter, but I will keep the iodine. If I need it in the future, I'll deal with the mess in there then. It's inside a bag. It's fine. I have some Tums. If you have a goat that needs a little boost in calcium really fast, you can give them some Tums. And I'm not a vet, so don't take anything I'm saying as veterinarian words. But this is just what I do. Do not take my medical advice or veterinarian advice. Ivermectin injection. I will be keeping that. Zinc, I'll keep that. Super B complex, I'll keep that. This is Wormer. This is, I'll have to think a minute what the name of it is. I'll come back to you on that one. But I know what it is. I have it written down. I just don't have it on this little bottle. You can buy it by the CC at the local farm store. I have it written down. I just don't have it in my brain. And then this can go. I have no use for it now. I've tried it before, like when you just need to put a little bit of medicine out and you got to suck it up in the syringe. But when you're trying to deal with goats, trying to hold on to this and do that, it just don't work. So that can go in the trash. And then I have these copper boluses. And this is for the kid goats, the smaller ones. They're the ones that's still considered kids, not adults. Those copper boluses. I'm keeping those. Then I have these copper boluses for adults. Another tube of selenium, which is absolutely filthy because these goats will have feet in their mouth and you're trying to give them selenium and they'll chew on it and get feet on it and it's just a mess. So I'm keeping my selenium. And then we have, well, that looks gross around the thing. This is Jumpstart. And if you have a baby goat, this is what I use it for. But like I said, I'm not a veterinarian, so y'all don't take my word for this. But if I have a baby goat that's been born and it's weak, I'll give it some Jumpstart to give it a little boost. It's kind of dirty, like the thing, but it shall be okay. The medicine in it's fine. It's just where it goes in their mouth and their mouth is gross. Yeah. All right, so that's the Jumpstart, and I'm keeping it. This actually is an electrolyte, but this has been opened a long time. I think I'm going to let this one go. This one's Pro Light Plus. You can give it to a sick goat, and this one's been open for a very long time. It expired in 2022. So I'm going to let this one go because I'm pretty sure I have, let's see. I'm pretty sure I have another one. Maybe I don't have another one just like that. But I'm going to let this one go because it's hard and kind of gross. So I'm going to let this one go. And this is just a bunch of little nipples and stuff for when I've had to bottle feed the baby goats before. I will hang on to those. Don't know when I'll need those again, but I will hang on to them. This is just a measuring tape to see how tall, how big or round they are. These are to prevent kicking, but I've never used them, obviously. we just bought them and then had kept them too long and didn't return them or something. I don't know. I will hang on to those because at some point we might need them for some reason. And these are some Lysol wipes that I take to the barn whenever that I'm going to do something messy, I guess. And then I have a little white container down in here, and I'm just wiping it out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Just a little, I'm just gonna wipe it out because it has gunk down in it. And then I'm going to put this stuff back in before I get the rest out. Lysol wipes, red cell, molasses, B complex, B super complex, zinc, probose, ivermectin, the other wormer that I can't think of the name, but I know what it is. Just have to find the name. The nipples, the things for vaccines. I'm not going to say the word because I don't know if that's allowed on here. The kicker things, measuring tape, Tums, so if you're thinking about getting into goats, let me tell you, goats are finicky. Goats require a lot of care. Goats are not animals that can just go out and eat a pop can like they make it seem on TV and that kind of stuff. Goats have really finicky rumens, and if it gets upset, you're going to have a sick goat or a dead goat. You got to be careful what you feed them. You got to be careful when you switch their feed, how fast you switch their feed, how fast you switch their pastures, how quick you put them out on pasture after they've been up. Okay. So then I have Specto Guard in case somebody gets the scours. I'm keeping that. Bag Balm. Keeping that. Blood stop powder in case you're trimming hooves and they get where is my hoof trimmer? It must be out at the barn. In case they get out of line. I'm gonna let y'all tell me if y'all know what this right here is, but I'm gonna wipe it off first because it looks a little dirty just because it's been to the barn. But let's let y'all tell me if y'all know what this is. Any idea? Can you tell? Put it in the comments if you know what that is. Okay. Bottle. This is chlorhexidine. And that is like, you can put it on if, like when you're milking, if your goat gets a little staph bump or anything on their sack. 2 bags of Arrest, which is like if they get diarrhea, it can sort of slow. It's like a gelling agent. It can slow down the diarrhea. I'll keep those. And then, oh, I thought I had another electrolyte. I wasn't completely crazy. Goat electrolyte. I knew I had another one somewhere. And it's a little different one, but still it's electrolytes. And then I have some more antibacterial wipes and some Hibiclens, which is again that chlorhexidine. And I use that when I'm milking to just clean their bag. They have anything that I think needs to be cleaned really well. Because I had one goat that didn't make enough milk for her baby, and I would milk another goat and then feed the baby the milk from that other goat. And so I always cleaned her bag really good before I fed it to the other baby, just in case I didn't want any like thing coming from one to the other. But I know that if she had anything in her milk, it would have transferred anyway. But sometimes you just be safe. Try to anyway. So anyway, I'm going to keep the iodine, keep the selenium, keep the jump start, keep the gloves to take to the barn, keep the rope. All right, guys. So looks like what I have is this bag, and it is mainly the little cup, the electrolytes, the bag of washcloths, and a bunch of little hand sanitizing wipes where I have cleaned things off. But I did get a bag out of there, so I'll take it. So I'll call that day 8. Here's what's left. I will just put this back on the shelf and just grab it when I need it. And maybe I'll try to lift this sucker up and see if I can get me a thumbnail. See if I can lift her up enough to get a picture. Ho ho, off to the barn we go. Okay, here we go. That's pretty heavy. I gotta set it down. Would that make you click on a video, guys? And don't y'all worry. I did clean my stove and my counter off after I set that up there. It wasn't dirty. Not that dirty. Anyway, the tote wasn't. But I cleaned it off, so don't panic that it was goat stuff. If you panic that easy, you'd never make it in the backwoods. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting me and being so kind and friendly and leaving just the sweetest comments. Y'all mean so much to me, and I'm already just building the sweetest friendships with y'all. I'm wore out. It's been a long day. I am going to go sit down and rest, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. So have a good night. It's time to scoot. Little note.